Hey, real quick question. When's the last time you paid yourself from your business? Felt 100% confident it was the right amount. I'm here to tell you that most business owners are guessing. Some are overpaying and draining the business. Others are underpaying and personally stressed. And most business owners, they're secretly Googling, how much should I pay myself as a business owner? Well, today, I want to fix that. I'm Brigitte from Vegter Financial, and we guide small business owners through what their tax preparer didn't explain, what the IRS won't tell them, and what YouTube can't fix. So you can finally feel peace of mind, clarity, and financial confidence. Today, I am walking you through the exact framework I use with clients to help them pay themselves strategically, sustainably, and without guilt. So let's dive in. Here's what I want you to know. Even the most successful business owners, the ones with the big revenue, the happy clients, and a growing team, still struggle with this one thing. Am I paying myself the right amount? And you're not alone. You're not bad with money. You are just missing a system. This isn't taught in business school, and it certainly wasn't handed to us in the business book. You know the one, the ABCs of small business 1, 2, 3s? Yeah, none of us got that. And your CPA probably hasn't brought it up. And let's really be honest. Most of us would rather ignore the problem than admit that we don't know how to solve it. Heck, we're entrepreneurs. We think we can solve everything. So why does paying yourself feel so complicated? I think there's 3 reasons. 1, there's guilt. What if I'm taking too much from my business? Then we have the imposter syndrome, which we all deal with in various ways every day. Do I even deserve to take this much pay from my business? And then we have the fear. What if our business slows down next month? What if I've already taken that money? What if I've spent it in my personal life? The fear always holds us back. Meanwhile, you're paying for software, courses, and coaching like it's nothing. You're probably even paying for other team members if you've hired staff, but you hesitate to give yourself a raise or consistent pay. Well, that stops now. I want to talk about the 4 patterns that I see keeping business owners stuck, and I also call these the CEO payment personas. Our very first one is what I call the emotional player. Typically, there is a saying going on in this business owner's head that is, I deserve this, or maybe I don't, I'm just not sure. There's some very key typical behaviors that I notice here with an emotional player. Typically, this business owner is paying themselves based on mood or the momentum of their business, or if they've had big wins or even losses inside of the business. That would typically translate into rewarding themselves after a big launch or landing a big client. And they may skip a payment after a slow week or a mistake or maybe losing a customer. There really is no consistent structure or payment plan for this business owner. This results in a huge roller coaster in personal finances, unpredictable cash flow, both personally and inside of the business. This typically means that this business owner questions, am I going to be able to get enough out of my business this month to pay for my personal bills? This causes financial stress even when the business is doing well. There really needs to be a reframe here. And your personal finances should never suffer just because you had a bad client work week. I want to see all business owners be able to have a baseline of what they should be paying themselves from their business and not just gambling month to month on if they're going to be able to get the paycheck that they need personally. And I'm going to show you the framework that I use both for myself and for my clients here in just a second. Next up, we have what I like to call our leftover thinker. You may resonate with this if you find that you say to yourself, I'll just wait and see what's left at the end of this month. So this business owner will typically wait until after all expenses are paid to see what's left over and what's still available inside of their business. They will treat pay as optional or negotiable. Well, I can tell you right now, your pay should never be optional. You are working way too hard inside of your business. And there is a confusion between profitability and what's living inside of that bank balance. We see this a lot. I have a whole nother video around bank balance bosses, so check that out. But this will result in getting paid less or not at all if you're living in this leftover thinking world. Can't really plan for personal finances this way. I can't tell you how many times a vacation gets skipped because they're like, well, I don't know if I can afford or save for that vacation. And there is no clarity on true business profitability in this world. And I want to say this to you, your expertise has a cost. So if you don't factor in your pay as a line item, you're probably underpricing your business from day one. You are worth something and your business should be paying you for it at all times. Then we have what I like to call our safety hoarder. You may recognize maybe the statement of, I just need to keep more in the business, just in case. This business owner will hold onto large amounts of cash inside of their business account, just saving in case something is going to happen. They will typically avoid paying themselves even during their strong months because it feels safer when that business account is sitting in the full category, right? The gas tank is full of the business account is full. I feel safer. What ultimately happens is a huge resentment builds inside the business because the business owner is working hard. There's probably cash there to pay them, but they're neglecting paying themselves, which means personal bills are getting neglected, personal savings is getting neglected, hard work is going in, and the business owner just isn't seeing the payout for that. We can see resentment towards the business in any one of these four things that I'm going through. Some reframe here. Just because keeping money inside of the bank, even $200,000, feels safe, but you are still stressed about that mortgage payment, it is a red flag. Strategy is going to give you the safety and the best of both worlds, and that's where we want to get you to. Full confidence knowing that you are okay to pay yourself. And number 4, we've got the set it and forget it CEO. In this world, that CEO is saying, well, it's worked fine so far, right? I see this CEO where they have picked some random number when they first started their business. And let's say it's, I'm going to pay myself $500 a month. I'm going to pay myself $1,000 a month. They picked that number, they've stuck to it, and they have never revisited it, even after their business has grown substantially. So this means that the pay is not tying out to actual performance. It is just kind of living here as I'm paying myself this much, business is doing great, but I've never changed. The result here is the business owner is getting underpaid compared to the business performance. And that means that if that CEO ever wants to replace themselves, they are not building in the wage to do so. They probably feel disconnected from the success that they've created because they're not getting paid for the success that they've created. They've stayed in that same low pay bucket all along. And really, you're missing out on reward and incentive structures inside your business. Your business has evolved and your pay should too. So sticking with old numbers keeps you stuck in those old seasons of your business. And we want you to change this. So if any one of these 4 that I have mentioned feels familiar to you, you're not broken, you just need a better method. So let me introduce you to our strategic payment framework. So this is something that I use with all of our clients, and it is simple, it is powerful, and you can customize this to yourself no matter what. So there's 3 pieces that go into the payment framework that I like to see for CEOs. And it comes along with base salary. So every business owner should be paying themselves a base salary. And this is what covers your personal basics and gives you stability inside of your life. This is a non-negotiable, something you should be getting out of your business no matter what. And you may be saying, my business can't afford that right now. Fair, totally get it, live there, been there. See other business owners there. But what I want to encourage you to do is to know that base salary, and you are always working to getting to that place so that your business can afford to pay you that, and you never go backwards. Like, that is what you're getting from your business. That should be your goal. The second piece of this framework is profit bonuses. So these are extra payments that come to you that are tied to the performance of yourself and your business. So when the business thrives, so do you. You should always know where your profit is landing, and you should be giving yourself bonuses out of it. There are so many statistics around this, that when a business owner is able to have a reward at the end of like a marketing campaign or a new product launch or a new rollout or gaining a new client, some big goal, if you give yourself that profit bonus, it's like that mini reward that keeps you going, and it actually builds upon that momentum. And the last piece of this framework is a quarterly distribution. So there should be strategic payouts to yourself based on tax planning and long-term growth. This also means personal long-term growth. Us as business owners have to take care of ourselves when it's coming to looking ahead at retirement or what we're going to do in the future. And quarterly distributions are one of the ways that you can strategically plan these out and have payouts for yourself towards all of those long-term pieces. It's really like building a payment system that rewards your hard work without draining your business dry. So if you are still paying yourself based on vibes and feelings and the good months, here is what I want you to do next. We have a free CEO payment calculator. It is so easy to use, and it will show you exactly what you should be paying yourself based on real numbers. Now, I get asked all the time, what if I don't know my real numbers? Well, I have another solution for you there. But this payment calculator is amazing. It will also tell you what you should be saving. So I encourage you to check it out. Then, if you don't know your numbers or you're just not confident in them, I want you to take advantage of getting a second set of eyes on your setup. We call this our health checkup. Your check engine light is probably on in your business, and you need an expert to help you diagnose and figure out what's going on. If you're using QuickBooks Online, we have a health check. If you are not, we have other avenues to kind of guide you into what you should be doing. But that QuickBooks health check will help us spot the leaks for you, tell you exactly what you need to do to gain that confidence, and it will help you step into that role of strategic CEO, or what I like to call a cash confident CEO. Links for those are going to be in the description. Everything that I just outlined is what a cash confident CEO actually looks like. No spreadsheets. You don't even need to be perfect, but you're going to have clear, confident decisions that can pay you what you're worth without burning your business to the ground. If this was helpful, I encourage you to subscribe, because I love to drop more tidbits for you all around building a business that works for you in life and gives you the freedom and flexibility that you are looking for. I will see you in the next one.